Okay, how's it going? I watched Get Out, this movie directed by wait, which one? Jordan Peele, I think. One of the Key and Peele guys. Which is weird because I would have thought it would be a comedy. When I first saw a trailer or parts of it, I was like, this would be a comedy. But it's no, it's actually really good. I think it's a really good original horror movie. Feels like I've never actually watched Twilight Zone, but it feels like that kind of thing where it's like a weird mystery and like there's more going on. It reminds me a bit of The Wicker Man, maybe, but I think it's really well done. One thing I don't want to spoil it yet, but one thing that's effective is how long it just has kind of tension, and you're not sure what's going on, and then it kind of breaks out later on. There's quite a bit of violence. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing or annoying to find out some of Jordan Peele's opinions. I think like maybe he is a big fan of Obama. I'm not so big on Obama, but different people could have different opinions. But what's great about movies and art is that they can explore ideas. They don't necessarily have to take a side. And this movie is really interesting. In many ways, I don't really think it's about race. Race is just kind of like a litmus paper, or it's like an indicator. It's something that just yeah, I don't think I could say much more without spoiling it. I think if you like horror, this movie is a really, really good horror movie. Really well made. It's not really so dramatic. It's more tense and thought-provoking and creative. It holds up really well. But other than that, I don't think I can say much without spoiling it. I highly recommend it. What would I give it? 8 or 9 out of 10? Like, it's really good. Okay, so now if I can spoil it, I really like the idea that they're taking these, I guess, young black, is it men only or women as well? No, women as well. But the idea that that maybe black people have better bodies on average, that they're stronger, they're lean, they're athletic, which there may be some truth to. I mean, black people dominate quite a few professional sports, like say marathons. Kenyans are really good at that. 100-meter dash, it's always black people. You know, the NBA, NFL in America, there's a lot of black people playing those sports. So in that sense, that's what I mean, that it's not really about race. It's not about skin color. It's about wanting people who are physically in top form. And in this case, just the movie's simplified version is that there happens to be a lot of black people. And there might even be some racism in terms of these richer white people want to target, say, black people because they don't care about the black people, the black souls, the individual. They just want to take the body. The concept's very interesting. I like fantasy when it's done well. Like, so the idea that this lady's just doing this spoon thing is really, there's a lot of really good tension early in the movie that just feels awkward, and it does that really well. But yeah, when she does that and then the guy falls back, she just kind of says sink at some point or something like that. That was creepy. I haven't had a feeling like that for a long time, where it's just he's fallen back and there's this abstract, it's like stars everywhere, and just this little window, this feeling of you've lost control of your body. You're just in the distance and you can barely see the faint image of the person. That was terrifying. Also, because I think a lot of people could probably relate to that. You know, times when you don't feel you've got control of a situation. Like sometimes you wake up and you kind of can't really move your body, or I've had nightmares where I couldn't move and I was kind of trapped, and then I would desperately try to wake up and eventually wake up. They could be really scary. I've had ones where I was yelling, screaming for help as loud as I could, and it's like nothing's happening. You're asleep. You're trying to yell. It doesn't do anything. So I liked how a lot of it fit together, and there was this other black woman who just was kind of creepy and kind of teared up. It had this intense smile and like sadness on her face that was pretty powerful. And then yeah, I like how so he's gotten trapped, and now he watches a video and he kind of realizes what's happening. And I guess that's also why everyone's kind of I forget. There's a lot of like references to it. There's like people. There are these other young black people. Like just a lot of comments about, oh, you look very strong and handsome. And like everyone, it's like they have a fetish for black people. And they also make references about, it's as if grandma or grandpa are still here in some way, and it's like they are there. They've been transplanted. Anyways, so I guess he's locked up. I really liked that part. I was confused because he's locked down, and then he manages to have the fluff in his ears. I didn't get how, but I guess he leans down and puts it in his ears, and that was really smart. And then he pretends like he's been knocked out, but he didn't hear the sound, because I guess the sound does the spell And then the fact that he then fights all of them, it was very satisfying. I thought it was really well done because then it delivers on that kind of horror, full on, I don't know about action, but like violence, gore. Just because that's what you want in a horror movie. Like you want something that's like scary. So it's good. It's a bit like Halloween, which also has a lot of suspense and then delivers on the violence towards the end. It kind of just one thing after another. It's also his friend is hilarious. That part, and that's how you do good comedic relief. You know, you don't undercut the movie, but you have because you have all the tension is there. But you have this friend who's like, "Dude, get out of there! What are you doing?" And I love at the end. He's like, "I told you. I told." I forget what he says. I also like it's interesting, like, cause his girlfriend seems kind of friendly and nice, and it's like, you know, all his worries are like, it's just silly. And that's the thing, they really lure him in with a false sense of security. They seem really nice and friendly, and that's the scary thing. Like that's why I think it's so naive when people sort of think that you can even remotely profile, like say criminals in general, that kind of thing. You don't know who you can trust. Like people, like even say with just to take a controversial topic, rape. You can't tell. Like there could be people who are really charming and outgoing and friendly, and they rape people or they murder or they do terrible things. You don't know. Ted Bundy, I think, was like that. So this idea that they always look dodgy and they have hoods and like, you know, they look homeless or something. It's like it's really unfair because there could be a lot of nice, decent people who are in rough parts of their time or just have a certain look about them, who are harmless, who are nice, good people, and then other people who are evil, who have a nice outward exterior. Anyway, but I like that they lure him in, and then before it, like when he asks for the keys, and she's like, "I'm trying to find it," and then just like it reveals like, "I've had it the whole time," and like it's kind of creepy. That's why it reminds me of The Wicker Man, some other things where it's like, it feels like something's going on here. There's something really fishy, really weird. It could be chilling when you find out more about it. Yeah, I don't think I can say much else. I hope Jordan Peele makes more movies like this, like a sequel or just other good horror movies. Although I think often, like say with Saw, the guy that made James Wan and Lee Wanell. It's funny that I remember their names, but I think since then they just haven't really matched Saw. Although I haven't seen many of the movies. I think Insidious, there's some other ones. Like, I find with a lot of these horror things, there'll be one or two good ones, if that. But then they drop off. So that's why I'm worried that Jordan Peele might make more horror movies. And they won't be as good. But it'd be really good if he could match this with either a sequel or other interesting, dark, original movies. It's really original, I think. The concept's very cool. It's well made. It is scary and thought-provoking. Yeah, I really liked it. It's very creepy and yeah, really gets you thinking about it later. There's a lot of potential with that kind of idea. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Bye.